Hey guys, what's going on? Mike and Ez with Let's Look It Up back with another video. This is something new we decided to do. We get together all the time and we're always sort of talking about Star Wars.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So we decided that we would do sort of a weekly Star Wars podcast. Rebel Watch.
I love the name.
Let's go. So we're always talking about it. We're always looking up stuff. And we just got done watching Rebel Season 3, Episode 10 and 11. So that happened tonight. So we thought, why not sit down and talk about it a little bit and go through a few other topics.
So what's on the agenda?
On the agenda, we're going to start with Rebels. Then we're going to go to Episode 8 rumors. And then some of the Anthology film rumors that we've been hearing. But first, I personally wanted to start with something super serious, okay?
This is a serious matter.
This has been on my mind quite a bit. And it kind of started when I was looking at Obi-Wan Remembers is a video that if you haven't seen it, it is so hilarious. And it makes it honestly, I called Mike and I was in tears. And then
Crying.
I was upset.
I
And
actually thought you woke up from a nap because you sounded kind of groggy, and I was like, what's going on?
I know. And so I saw that video, but then I also saw, I've been watching a lot of bad lip reading too. Okay? And I was watching their video, Bushes of Love.
So good.
And then, this is all coming together here. And then I saw the trailer for, the mid-season trailer for Season 3 of Rebels. And it has a picture of Obi-Wan. And so I thought, I kind of did a little digging here. And this is super serious to us. But in the Bushes of Love, how did my father die? Right? Obi-Wan's talking about it.
Great
and
first
Obi-Wan
question.
remembers. He's thinking back. He's remember. He's old at this point. Old Ben, thinking back. 49 times we fought that beast. Your old man and me. It had a chicken head with duck feet with a woman's face too. That's what it had.
Pretty
according
terrifying.
to Obi-Wan. All right.
His memory might be a little
scared the
screwy at
shit
this
out of Obi-Wan in that desert. So, I mean, it just, like, we were thinking about this, and we kind of listened to that stuff just to get a little pumped up for this video, but I was like, they're onto something.
When it's his face, too, the way they just show it over and over, the serious look on his face, and then you're imagining this creature 49 times.
I know, and then you see that Darth Maul, like you saw in the trailer for Season 3, Darth Maul's back, and Obi-Wan is, there at the campfire, and he sees Darth Maul. So, I mean, I don't know. A lot of things that I just kind of thought all blended together, but hilarious. And then also, bad lip reading is educating us in that it's not the future.
Great point.
It's really a long, long time ago.
And I hadn't thought about that until when we were talking on the phone, and you mentioned that. I was like, you're right. I mean,
it makes sense. And
they're
I'm just
using
glad
sabers of light.
They are. They're knights that used to get into fights.
But it's from a long time ago.
It's a long time ago. And I just thought bad lip reading is really trying to educate us.
Yeah.
And thank you, bad lip reading.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh. Anyways, moving on now. We're going to talk about Rebel Season 3. We just got done watching Episodes 10 and 11. Your thoughts, Mike, initial thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was an okay episode. I was expecting maybe a little more intensity coming out of the mid-season break, but I don't know. It was interesting. Got to see an older Saw Gerrera who sounds crazy like Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah,
I thought, which
absolutely.
was kind of cool after seeing Rogue One.
That was awesome.
But it was interesting. Met some new characters.
I got to talk about one.
One in particular,
Because I think this episode's huge. All right?
it is. There's some things at stake here, but yeah.
I think it's huge. We've got a guy named Click Clack. And I'm telling you right now, Click Clack, Saw Gerrera was onto something. He knew more than what he let on. He drew a circle inside of a circle, and they thought it was just that chemical gas down there. Remember they saw that? They saw the Imperial sign, and it had a circle inside of a circle. Well, the circle that Click Clack drew was a circle with another circle that was not quite centered.
At first, I thought it was the egg when they found the egg, and
Right.
then
That's true.
The Imperial emblem,
right down at the bottom of the So, anyways, Click Clack bigger than they might have to go back and talk to him some more, but also huge. The last what do you call them?
Geonosians.
You know,
We'll let you guys correct us on that one.
but he's the last one. You know, he knows what happens,
That's true.
or what was. You know, he might have saw the plans for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
You know, like
And
wow.
it was initially you're like, oh, he's working for the Empire or something. At least that's what they thought. But luckily, as it's weird calling him Ezra because you're right here.
Come on.
Luckily, he has a lot of insight, and he's very similar to Anakin Skywalker, and you know, feels bad for.
Yeah, he has that the Force connection.
A sympathy card, yeah.
Yeah, with other beings and things, and can sense their emotions and their feelings. So
thank God for that.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah,
that got us far last time with Darth Vader. So
right,
who knows what Ezra will become?
Well, that leads us into. So we were thinking about is Rebels going to continue? Are we going to have season 4, season what have you? You know what I mean? Like where does it end? And what are they going to lead us right up into Rogue One? Are they going to go alongside Catalyst?
It'll be interesting to see where they cut it off. Some people were talking about bringing in characters from Catalyst or even in the Han Solo movie bringing in characters from Catalyst. But it'll be interesting to see how they end it. There's probably a couple more seasons. I think it's garnering a lot of interest right now, especially. I mean, we saw a ton of reaction videos just for the trailer, which you can probably speak to the trailer a little more too. Yeah, how cool that was.
It was super cool. I really liked it, and I love that we're hinting at Obi-Wan. We hint at Obi-Wan in Rogue One. We hint at him in Rebels Season 3. It's just amazing. I don't know where it's all going to go. I think from the trailer, you could see that they're talking about the Empire sort of learns that the Rebels are up to something. There's a spy in their midst, and equally, the Rebels are learning that the Empire has some hidden weapon that they can't quite figure out, what that is yet. Yeah. So, I keep sort of I asked out there on YouTube. I was commenting on a lot of the videos, and I kind of wondered, are we going to see any of Galen Erso or any of the other Ersos in these upcoming episodes?
Yeah, because he's where are we at though? Where was Rebels at in regards to Rogue One? Wasn't it 2 years before?
See, I'm not sure. That's if you know that, please let us know. I need to kind of look up.
I think it's a couple years before, but I mean that if they go to a 5th season or whatever, that could take us right into Rogue One. Mm-hmm. So I mean, Ezra's grown up quite a bit. I think. Yeah. You know, Kanan's grown a beard, so sometimes that could take a while, at least for me, a couple years.
2 days. No.
2 days for you. Yeah, lucky you. Well, anything else that you were thinking about that episode?
No, I mean it really was just sort of besides my blowing up Click Clack, it really was just sort of an episode where we got to see the one thing we got to see was some more characterization of Saul. We got to sort of see how the Rebels, how his tactics are very different and his philosophy differs from some of the main leaders in the Rebel Alliance. So that was kind of neat. So we can kind of see in Rogue One why when they talk about Saul and they reference him, we're starting to see more and more about what they were talking about and their resistance to work with him. And possibly why he splits. Yeah,
you didn't see that too much in Clone Wars, really. His sister was kind of leading things then. But then and that's another reason why, because, she passed away. So he's kind of feeding off of that and his anger right now. Right. Yeah, it was an interesting episode. Yeah. I think there's obviously more that's going to pick up. Maul's going to be back. We're going to see Obi-Wan. That's going to be super cool.
That'll be cool.
The trailer was awesome. There's so much Obi-Wan in the background.
I know. That
was awesome. Warning. Yeah.
It was over and over. So cool.
That was really cool.
All right. So we're going to move on to episode 8 rumors. First thing we have here is, according to Hollywood Reporters, the Star Wars Brain Trust group is gathering to discuss her role in episode 8 and 9.
Yeah, Carrie Fisher. Leia, I guess you could say. Yeah, they got a lot to talk about. We know that the shooting for episode 8's finished, right?
Yeah, they still have that time period where, just like Rogue One, where they can go back in and do reshoots. Right?
That should be soon. Yeah, I would think.
I mean, they're meeting in 3 days?
Yeah, the 10th.
Isn't that what you saw?
That's what I think. The Hollywood Reporter or somebody, Variety or somebody, found that out. So in 3 days, that'll be 3 days from today, they're going to get together and discuss where they go from here. Are they going to keep what they have in episode 8 as is, and there's going to be some explained passing of Leia in episode 9. Maybe that's I can't imagine it would just be in a scroll or something, but maybe in the beginning of episode 9 you would kind of learn what happened to her, or maybe they'll completely reshoot, some of episode 8, and they have the CGI capabilities now. Well,
they could do things like she's on a ship, take a clip of her somewhere, and then all of a sudden that ship is destroyed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She goes down with the ship, sort of thing. Or there's a lot of things that they could do to, if they have to, or if they want to kill her in episode 8. And the real question is was that the plan? Because what you read and some of the rumors out there are that she was supposed to have this big meeting with Luke in episode 9, sort of this reunion, and we don't know if that's going to be possible.
8 or 9. I'm not sure that we're certain which one it was going to be a part of.
See, I was hearing that the rumors was going to be, if it were going to be in episode 9, then that's, we're going to have, that's why I think they're getting together to sort of figure out if that were the case, what are they going to do with episode 8.
Yeah, and also that meeting, but there was also, I think the Hollywood Reporter was saying that they found out there would also be a Kylo Ren confrontation as well with that. So that could be a big changer. I mean, maybe if Kylo Ren's, redeemable, I would assume it would be his mom that would bring him back to the good side. So that could change things quite a bit, unless that would to happen at episode 8.
Unless that's what they were already planning in episode 8. If some of this stuff got done in episode 8, then they're good. But if they're planning to do it in episode 9, then I think they're going to have to rework some of their story, honestly, a little bit. Or
let's say they don't. Let's say they don't, and they have probably another however many months until they start shooting for episode 9. What if they just stick to the script and they do CGI? What do you think people's reactions are going to be?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, you saw. I don't know.
The way they did Tarkin?
Yeah, I feel like it's 50-50 with people who really like the CGI. And there was another group of people that said, how could you do that? How dare you do that? Just put a real actor in there, which they did, but they, used the CGI over his face. But I feel like Carrie Fisher and Leia they're a little more beloved. And it's so recent, too. I mean, would be...
They got a lot of decisions there. That's a tough one.
I do not envy those people.
And also, it's talking to her family too.
Yeah.
What are they okay with, and what would they, like us to do with her memory, and how would they like us to? I think they need to be involved in that conversation.
Absolutely.
Really.
Absolutely.
So, anyways, just a lot to think about. I trust Disney, and I think they're going to work it out, and it's going to be epic, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And I think now with her passing too, we're okay with whatever they have to do.
Yeah,
it's fine. As long as they take care of Princess Leia and Carrie Fisher,
that's right.
I think we'll be all right.
Absolutely, well said.
So, continuing with episode 8 rumors, here we go. So we got, according to MakingStarWars.net, it's rumored that Rey will battle a sea monster for approval on the planet Ahch-To. So I read that and I was like, okay, cool. But then there's more to the article that talks about Luke is very close with Ewok-like characters.
Yeah.
And that makes a lot of sense.
It fits. It fits.
It really does. It's like, he was on the planet or the moon of Endor. He meets these Ewoks and he's close to them. And maybe in the sense that Ezra has that same sort of force sensitivity with
space whales.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
There's a season 2.
Oh yeah, where Ezra connects with them. Yeah. So maybe it's that Luke has connected. It sounds like he's connected with these Ewok-like characters who they modeled off of the birds on the island or the place where they're shooting.
They compared them to puffins in the article. So if they're that cute and adorable, who couldn't relate to those?
Yeah,
and to be honest, if you're on an island alone and the only thing that you have to interact with is some weird bird. Why not?
Exactly.
Why not? I'm sure maybe he's a little kooky like Yoda was.
Oh, maybe he's getting to that point. Yeah, he's just, that would be kind of cool. I don't know. From the look that he gave us in episode 7 at the end, it looks like
everything was there.
Everything's there, but he's also super, just like, I don't know, concerned. And there's just so many emotions on his face there. It's hard to figure out what state Luke is in.
Like, what are the puffins? What will they think of Rey? Like, are they going to be accepting of her? Because the article said that and this is all speculation. These
Right.
puffin like animals could not even exist.
That's true.
But they're saying that they weren't really approving of her being on there. But when she slashes this sea monster,
Right.
apparently, then they're like, okay, you're cool.
Right.
You saved our little puffin lives and families.
Yeah.
So we'll let you probably stay here for some training.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they look at like Luke as like the protector of Octu and sort of thing. But Rey's also wearing, they say, a darker cloak or darker, apparel, robes of some kind. So that's interesting. It'll be kind of cool to see what her costume's going to look like. I think that'll be neat.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, looking forward to that. Every day we're going to be searching makingstarwars.net to figure out.
Absolutely.
What
I
else
hope
those
it's
guys
true.
know.
I hope it's true.
I know.
We need some more puppets. And
Well, and here's something that we weren't going to talk about. I just thought about this. I think it's been confirmed that they're going to, I think the director said that they're going to start this movie off right where the last one ended. Is that right?
yeah, what's the scroll gonna say? Like,
I don't know. They're going to I mean,
puffins on the island, or concerned about newcomer.
yeah.
That
I don't know. I really don't know.
they tend to do that. Like, I don't know. They tend to do that with. I don't know. They did it with Episode 4, and we learned a lot of story going in with Rogue One. And
But here's my question. So, like, between Episode 4 and 5, you have a couple years, and if you read the books,
true.
there's a lot of stuff that sort of happens in there. They're basically saying we're picking up where we left off. I hope it means that we're picking up in the same location that we left off in,
Yeah.
which is fine. But that some time has gone by and Rey has been trained a little bit.
they talked like it was right then
I
and
know,
there.
I
Because
know.
if we're believing that,
And that really kind of, I don't know.
well, we saw the footage. That was right. It felt like right after The Force Awakens. We
Right.
saw that clip of Luke just once again staring in slow mo with some kind of music
Right.
to it, but that was it.
So if that's in it, then obviously we're starting.
They made it sound like it was right when they met.
There could be they meet right there, and then they could flash forward a little bit for us too.
Yeah.
They could flash forward to, like time has, gone by and some training has happened. Because I just kind of wonder how much.
They could be talking about Luke's time too.
Right,
That
right.
could be a lot of it.
Yeah.
The puffins and what has he been training them?
To use the Force.
There's animals that are force sensitive.
that's
so
true.
The
That is
puffins could be
true.
deadly.
What if they are?
They might join the rebel fleet.
Goodness.
Or resistance, whatever we're calling them now.
The puffins are a huge part.
Puffin
Oh
squad,
my
report
gosh.
in. I mean, yeah.
Puffin leader here.
Yeah. What do we even know what they called them?
No, I didn't actually
Can't
see
remember.
a name. There might have been a name listed there, but I
I
didn't.
just said puffin like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, all right, we're gonna move on here. The last thing we want to talk about is one of the anthology films. So it says here, according to Variety, Woody Harrelson will be joining the Han Solo anthology film. Alden Ehrenreich will be starring as Han Solo, along with Donald Glover and Emilia Clarke.
Yeah.
Right. So that's cool.
Everyone loves Woody Harrelson.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
And-
That's a rumor as well. There's supposedly he's in talks with them. but
Right. Right.
Yeah.
As well as like a mentor figure, right, for Han Solo.
Do smugglers need mentors?
I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, hey, Boba Fett had one in Clone Wars.
True.
He was
True.
sort of raised by these other bounty hunters in a sense. And,
That's true.
so, yeah, maybe Han Solo does. And also, wasn't he, and I have to check on this, but wasn't Han Solo a part of the Imperial something? What was he? He had a role
Before
in the
he
Empire.
joined the. Really?
before he became a smuggler.
I'm not familiar with that.
Uh-huh. So we'll look
Okay.
into that. I'm almost positive
They
that.
smuggle rebel or imperial,
Yeah, I think that was a part of
supplies.
his job with the smuggling. Like he somehow worked with them and was smuggling things.
He's
and
probably
stuff,
a
so
spy.
I don't know. Who knows? But I'll double check that. But I think this is gonna be kind of neat because Woody Harrelson, he's been in a lot of films that we like, and you had mentioned one that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, there's so many that are kind of obvious. We mentioned the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Which that's an obvious one where he's kind of this reluctant mentor. He ends up, being great or whatever. You mentioned, was it Zombieland?
Zombieland, man.
It's such a great movie, and it's kind of weird to make these correlations, but it makes sense because he's just the perfect reluctant mentor.
Yeah.
And so Zombieland I thought was a
That's
really good
hilarious.
one.
Yeah.
Even I love this movie from the 90s, Kingpin. I thought he was great in Kingpin, and he ends up being, once again, a handless, reluctant mentor for the Amish bowler. I can't remember his name, but so he's been in a lot of these roles, even when they're not so obvious.
Right.
Which I think it makes him a perfect fit for it. He's just a great actor too. Like
he can do some. You know, he does a lot of comedy stuff, but he can be very serious too, and
which is perfect for the Han Solo kind of clan.
Yeah, it is. I think it's gonna be. I think he and Alden Ehrenreich.
There it is.
Got it right that time.
Yep.
Are gonna. I think they'd work well together. I think it's gonna be kind of cool. I know a lot of people were kind of they're bashing this film because they're thinking that Alden doesn't look anything like Harrison Ford, or it's going to be.
They're just going to CGI it.
I think it's going to be. I don't know. No, I mean,
hopefully not.
I think it's a younger version of him, and we don't realize how Han Solo's a lot older than Luke and Leia in 4, 5, and 6.
True.
So
it's only like 5 to 10 years, I think, though, which kind of.
Oh really?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. When you're 25 to 30, do you change that much? I don't know.
See, I was hoping it would be a little bit, earlier than that.
I don't think so.
But well,
we don't know a whole lot about it, but I think that's I think that's what it is. But you just have to accept it for the story, and I'm sure he'll follow those Han Solo mannerisms and.
I wonder if we're gonna get any like life debt stuff with Chewbacca.
That'd be cool.
That would be kind of cool.
That'd be really cool.
I don't know that that would be really just sort of neat. Maybe at the end of the movie, like he runs into this Wookiee, and owes him a life debt. Yeah, I mean, that would be cool.
Great. Yeah.
So,
I wonder what Chewie will look like.
Yeah. Well, he'd probably look.
Do Wookiees change? He's 200 some years old.
Somewhat. He's old. He knew Yoda back in episode 2 and 3 when they're.
Yep. No, that's true.
So
that's true. Didn't change much. Just a little gray now.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, that's a film that I was a little skeptical about Rogue One. Yeah. I remember when they first started talking, I was like, I'm not so sure. And I saw that first trailer, and there was that corny line with that Felicity Jones had, and I was like, I rebel.
Yeah,
I was like,
luckily that got cut.
That got cut. So I don't know. I'm just looking forward to see what they're gonna do with this, and look for some teasers to come out, and hopefully there'll be a little panel on it, maybe at Star Wars Celebration.
Oh, yes,
that'd
all
be
come
great.
out. Woody Harrelson comes out. He'd be great to see in a panel.
Yeah, he would.
That'd be really good.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Man.
So, anyways, any last thoughts?
No, I'm really looking forward to just kind of formalizing our Star Wars discussions each week.
Yeah.
And we'll continue. I'm sure Rebels will be a little more interesting, so the topic will be a little more full in these episodes, right? And so we've got another, I think, probably 10 episodes to go in this season, so that'll be great. And then, man, we're going to be starting to talk more about episode 8, and I cannot wait.
I know. I really can't wait. So that's the goal. We're hoping that Rebels will take us, sort of right up and lead us into a teaser or something for episode 8, or when we go to Celebration, we're sitting in that room and we hear about the trailer. We can talk to you guys about that. So that's where we are with this, and hope like Mike said, Rebels will get more interesting. We can talk about it and see how it ties into Rogue One, really.
Yeah.
And you know a lot about Catalyst, and so I like to see how they're tying all this together. So, and I kind of want to see what happens to these characters.
Absolutely.
What happens to Ezra and Kanan and things like that.
Yeah.
So
no, absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, that's it for us today. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like. We are going to try to do one of these every weekend, so stay tuned, and thanks for watching.
May the Force be with you.
Always.
That was perfect.
That was good.
You think that was a good video?
I do. I think it's good.
Discussion was good?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
I thought it would be cool if we could pop up banners and stills of stuff.
Yeah.
We mentioned Woody Harrelson, show a still of him.
Yeah. Yep.